The time is 4:01, so it's time to call this commission meeting to order. It's my honor to call to order the Historic Preservation Commission of the City of Eureka. May we have a roll call, please?
Yes. Commissioner Severson,
Here.
Commissioner Summers,
Here.
Commissioner Smith,
Here.
Commissioner Fair,
Here.
Chairperson Loring,
Present.
and Commissioner Hurley. He is absent today.
All right. First item of business is the approval of the minutes. The minutes were distributed in your packet. I presume you've had a chance to look at them. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing no corrections, are there any objections to adopting the minutes as distributed? Hearing no objections, so ordered. We have the annual job of electing chair and vice chair. Shall we have a discussion as to who wants to be chair? Anybody want to propose any nominations?
I'll nominate Ted Loring.
All right, we have a nominations. Are there any additional nominations for the position of chair? I sense that you have no other nominations. No. So we'll close the nominations. Is there any objection to electing Ted Loring as chair for the year of 2026? All right, so ordered. Then we come to the issue of vice chair. Are there nominations for the position of vice chair?
Shall I nominate Pete?
You can nominate anybody who's currently serving on the
I
commission.
nominate Pete for vice chair of HPC.
Who is Pete?
Oh, sorry. Bruce Syverson. Sorry.
Pete, a.k.a. Bruce. Are there any other nominations for the position? All right. I sense that there are no further nominations, so nominations are closed. Are there any objections to appointing Bruce vice chair for the year of 2026? Was that an acceptance speech you wanted to make?
No. I was just going to say, you're not going to do this to me again next year. That's all.
All right. So
I don't want Elizabeth to resign. I mean, I know she's resigned. I've protested because I wanted her to be vice chair. We can go on record as saying that.
all right. Then I guess I'll call for a formal vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Unanimous, so ordered. Thank you. Public hearings, nothing continued. We have a new public hearing on the Charest wooden window replacement. Would you like to give us that report?
Yeah, let's just pull it up. Assistant Planner Gonzalez will present to you.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'm Assistant Planner Gonzalez, and I'll be presenting the Charest wooden window replacement at 223 West Cedar Street. Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right, here's a bird's eye view of the project location within the context of city limits. The property is located in the northwest portion of the city near Broadway Cinema, also located in an area historically known as the Clark's Addition. Zooming in, the property outlined in red here is near the corner of West Cedar Streets and Summer Streets. It's mid-block in a residential neighborhood within the R3 Residential High zoning district. And borders the Service Commercial Zoning District west of the site, just across Summer Street. It's also noted that it's just outside the previously proposed Clark Historic Addition, which was never fully adopted after efforts ended in 2018. According to the Green Book, the primary residence was constructed in 1878. and it is described as a 1.5-story frame house with a first floor slanted bay, gabled roof, 6/6 sash windows, and similar to 227 West Cedar, which is just next door to the west. There are no city records that this site has come before the HPC for exterior alterations in the past, so this will be the first time. The applicant is proposing to replace 6 double-hung redwood windows with 6 new double-hung pine windows. 3 of the replacement windows are located on the north-facing facade facing West Cedar Street, outlined here in red. 2 on the east-facing facade and 1 on the west-facing facade. Here's a picture of an existing window on the east-facing facade that represents the style and the conditions of the windows to be replaced on both the east and west-facing facades. More information on dimensions and locations are included in attachment 2 of the staff report. The project will involve replacing the redwood windows with windows using RLast pine. This type of window is a wooden window that's treated with an RLast special coating, which is, or an RLast submersion process really, which is a vacuum pressure system that pulls a water-soluble coating through the wood, and it protects it and adds durability. According to the applicant, it's also going to be designed to maintain the same overall appearance and function as existing windows, and it's going to be painted to match the existing color. And a condition of approval on this project is that all work shall maintain the existing dimensions of the window openings. According to the Eureka Municipal Code, the project requires a proposed alteration to be reviewed in light of its effect on the existing historic character of an affecting structure as it relates to the streetscape. In addition, the analysis in the staff report was based on Secretary of Interior standards for the treatment of historic properties, specifically rehabilitation, which involves the minor alterations and repairs while preserving historic character. As described in the staff report, staff believes that the project meets these standards for rehabilitation as condition, and therefore the recommendation is to hold a public hearing and adopt a resolution finding the project is exempt from CEQA and conditionally approving the project. I have a suggested motion when you're ready. The applicant or the property owner is here, and I am available if you have any questions.
Thank you for your report. Are there any questions of staff?
I have a question, and I did read through the staff report as well as the additional materials that were sent, and I noted that it said that these windows could be configured as dual or triple glazed, but I didn't see where the applicant or the applicant's representative or whatever specified would they be dual or triple glazed or single glazed.
Yeah, I didn't get any extra information on the type of glaze. I think the idea was that they were going to match the original in clear, but we can definitely ask the applicant or the property owner for more details on that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Other questions of staff? Do you know the dimensions of the existing window frames and the proposed window frames?
I know that the proposed are in attachment to page 18. It looks like the pocket opening is going to be 28 and a half by 77. I'm assuming that's in inches. Yeah, the clear opening is going to be 24.7 inches wide, 33.4 in height, for a total of 5.7 square feet.
And the old, you're quoting the existing ones?
I'm quoting the proposed.
Do you know what the existing ones were?
I do not, but as conditioned, they would be required to meet what's existing.
Okay. All right. The reason I asked the question is that there is a concern with regard to retention of historic materials. That's a given. There's also a requirement with regard to impact on the look of the building. And with regard to windows, one of the critical factors is the width of the frame around the window. For example, vinyl windows typically have much wider frames than wood windows, which is one of the reasons it's pretty easy to tell if a window has been replaced with vinyl. So, all right, thank you. Any other questions of staff? If not, then we'll open the public hearing. This is the opportunity for the applicant to address the commission. You're not required to do so, though obviously there is a question at least one commissioner would like to ask. Do you wish to address the commission? If so, approach the microphone and identify yourself for the record. Okay. Well, then excuse me. All right. I don't see anything on Zoom, so the applicant is unrepresented at this meeting?
Yeah, and I do want to have the caveat that the applicant from Home Builder, what was it? The Revival Home Builders did call us this morning and was stuck. Some flight coming back from vacation, so the property owner should be here. But we highly suggested that they make sure that they're here, but the property owner should be here.
All right. So there's a hand raised on the Zoom.
Yes.
Hello?
There we go.
Please identify yourself for the record.
Hi, this is Catherine Charay, the homeowner.
Oh, thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Is there anything you would like to tell us to start off with?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I just wanted to say that I've been working with Revival Home Builder, and the plan. I have some information here. Unfortunately, the contractor couldn't be here, so he would probably be able to answer certain questions better than I. But my understanding is that it is going to be double pane, or like double glazed, for energy efficiency and for warmth. But it is going to look exactly the exact same dimensions, and it is made of wood. And so the plan is to maintain the character of the house and have it look exactly the same. And the reasons, beyond just the fact that it's not energy efficient having the single glaze, is that the mechanisms that like open the windows don't work. And so it's kind of poses a fire hazard, like we can't open certain windows. And also the wood on the inside is in quite poor condition, and it's kind of warped and has like cracks, and black mold kind of just accumulates there. And so it's just all in all kind of unhealthy, unsafe, and not energy efficient with these windows. But my partner and I, we do really want to, we love this home and we want to maintain its character. We just also want to have a safe, healthy, and energy efficient home as well. So yeah, and I do have some paperwork here that the contractor left with me. So if there are any questions, I can try to answer them. I'm not a contractor myself, but I will do my best.
Any other question? Any questions of the applicant? Did you explore restoring or repairing the existing windows?
I did, and nobody is interested or will answer the phone in Humboldt County. I could not find anyone who was willing to do that.
I wish I could disbelieve you. Any other questions?
I'm not sure if this is a question or a comment, or it's going to turn into both things. You do realize, unless you put in something like a whole house dehumidifier, that no matter what kind of window you put in, you'll end up with mold because of the environment that we live in. And
I absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead. You can.
Oh, I absolutely understand that. We're on mold control everywhere. It's just that like these windows, they've been on the inside, they've like painted over them so many times, and there's just all this like warping and cracking, and so these like mold pockets just like congregate in them, and it's impossible to keep clean. But I mean, like, yeah, other door frames, we routinely clean them. It's just that these windows, and of course these windows are in our bedroom, so like every morning I wake up coughing. It's impossible to keep them clean. They're just so warped and cracked, and yeah, I see all these like black mold pockets, and it's just. But yes, I understand there will always be a mold issue in Humboldt County.
Thank you.
Any other
And we have a dehumidifier and an air purifier.
any other questions to the applicant? Is there anything else you'd like to say to the commission?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you
All
for
right.
your time.
Thank you for your comment. Is there anyone else in the real or virtual world that wishes to address the commission on this matter? All right. Seeing no one approaching the microphone, seeing no one on Zoom, I will close the public hearing and bring this matter back to the commission for consideration. Can you put up the draft, the suggested motion? What is your pleasure?
Can you hear me? No, maybe now. I just want to say, in light of the fact, the reality that there's not a lot of access to preserving the current windows, it's situationally unfortunate, and I want to commend her for at least having an alternative that's wood and looks as similar as can be without being vinyl. And so in light of those realities, I will move the Historic Preservation Commission adopt a resolution finding the project exempt from CEQA and approving the cherished wooden window replacement project.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second that. With the knowledge that in the past, when we have approved removing such windows, that perhaps we could add to the motion that we recommend the windows be preserved, wrapped in plastic, stored underneath the house, something like that, in case future owners or generations would like to restore them and put them back in. That's always a possibility. So that's,
Are you making that as a formal motion?
yes.
Okay, so you're recommending that we amend the motion to include a requirement that the applicant store the removed windows underneath the house.
Yes.
All right. So that's a motion. Is there a second to the amendment?
Can I second that?
Yes, you can.
I will.
So it's moved and seconded. Discussion on the amendment. The idea that the applicant should retain the windows removed for future generations. Any discussion?
I think that's a great idea for all things.
Okay. All right. Any further discussion? Sounds like you're ready to vote. On the amendment only, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed say nay. Unanimous in favor of the amendment. So the motion is now amended. We bring back to the main motion, which is to approve the project with the additional condition that the applicant should retain and store the removed windows. Any discussion? Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to have a clarification. So I'm hearing the recommend, so we're not recommending they do it, we're requiring that they secure them. Do we want to ask the applicant to make sure there's somewhere to store them?
Yeah.
If there is, it's pretty clear from the photos that there is a sub area underneath. If there is no sub area underneath, if the house is built on a concrete slab, then it doesn't really matter.
Got it. Thank you.
And I predicated that upon the fact that I see holes in the skirting, which indicates that there's underneath. And I'm sorry that I was looking for, I knew a word I wanted to say in that motion, but I am challenged to say certain words.
I appreciate the clarification. Thank you.
Are you comfortable with the motion as it's drafted, or do you need an escape clause?
No, I'm comfortable with it.
Good, thank you. All right, so any further discussion on the motion as amended? Seeing none, I sense you're ready for a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Appears to be unanimous in favor. So would you like to explain to the applicant what comes next in their road forward?
So the project is approved, but there is a 10-day appeal period, and after that you are welcome to apply for building permits if any are necessary, and I can review the building department's requirements and reach out to you if that's required.
And I would like to second the motion that was made about the applicant's care of the house. The house looks great, and I appreciate their sensitivity to the historic needs of the property. So best of luck living there. Thank you all. Anything else on this matter? There's no old business on the agenda. The new business is a letter of resolution of commendation for Liz Knight. The draft was submitted. Do you want to put it up on the screen for us to see?
Derek, I think if we can just pull up the agenda, I can do that. If we let- In the future, when this happens, we'll be ready to have a slide with it up.
It's,
Are we encountering unsurmountable technical details?
It-
Okay.
it is on here. I can read it, yes.
All right. And Bruce, why don't you be the official voice of the commission?
Would you like me to read it?
Oh, please.
Almost pulled up.
Whereas on June 21st, 2016, Liz Knight was appointed to the City of Eureka Historic Preservation Commission, and though literally hundreds of pages and through literally hundreds of pages reports and documents presented to the commission, and whereas these efforts by Liz in combination with her integrity and common sense have contributed significantly to the Historic Preservation Commission's consideration of the project applications heard by the commission, and whereas with Liz's contributions, the Historic Preservation Commission has succeeded in consistently providing education to both the public and current and past planning staff regarding historic preservation. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Historic Preservation Commission of the City of Eureka that Liz Knight be commended and thanked for her outstanding service to the citizens of the City of Eureka and for her efforts towards historic preservation.
Thank you.
As it says.
Thank you. Thank you. May I have a motion?
I'll move.
Do we have a second? All right. Any discussion? Words are not nearly enough, but words are what we got. So, any further discussion? I sense you're ready to a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. It appears to be unanimous in favor. So, thank you
So
for that.
Sorry, Ted, I will print that on nice, pretty paper and let you know when it's ready so you can come in and sign it, and then I'll mail it to her.
I will be happy to do that. Thank you. We move on to reports and communications. Staff reports.
Yeah, so I'm sorry I wasn't able to be at the last meeting. I was sick or something, I think. So it seemed like there's some standing items now on the agenda talking about eurekahistory.com. And Raylene has an update about that.
More for this one, just a reminder that if you're looking at it, you find anything that isn't right, it needs a picture, you have a picture you want uploaded, if you can email those to me, we're trying to figure out the back end of it, but we're getting there, and we'll get it there. It's not, we're going to get there. But yeah, if you have pictures of things or you want more information added, or you notice something because you're looking at it yourself, just let me know.
Yep.
Send me an email to planning or to me, and I will get it all on a list and get to it.
Good. Anything? In the past, the commission has had direct access to eurekahistory.com. The way it's set up right now, we run through staff. Are you comfortable with that structure? Okay. Thank you. It occurs to me that it would be great to promote this to interested parties like the Historical Society and or the Eureka Heritage Society.
We're having a planner-to-planner meeting with
Mary
McCulloch?
Marianne McCulloch. Yeah.
on how the Green Book was created. So I'll put that on a note to let her know about this also, and if they come across things, any of them, to make sure they have my email address also.
Good.
Yeah. And so with that kind of goes in line with this update of the, if you guys have any incentives, please send them my way. I haven't really gotten too many or any. We did just discuss with Marianne about the fan club. We'll discuss it with her some more, about getting on the Talk Eureka website. Raylene's going to do training for that. See if we can create this, a historic preservation Talk Eureka page where the applicants and community members can talk amongst themselves. If you find a contractor that works, right? So the city can't really recommend people to use. So we're hoping that this website will kind of be like a next door, but for Eureka Historic Preservation, so people can talk and say what worked, what didn't work, who's helping, who's not helping. And I'm really excited about it. I hope we can get something going, but we're still doing training on this Talk Eureka. And then, like I said, Marianne McCulloch is coming in February to give us a talk about how the Green Book happened. And I sat down with Kristen. We had about an hour-long conversation with Marianne. It was really great. It was really insightful. So hopefully we can get some stuff moving forward again and then celebrate. We also talked about partnering with the Heritage Society when they do their annual awards. So having the City of Eureka help with that as well.
That's a great idea.
So Talk Eureka is also an interactive, but it is monitored by a backside and by staff, so we can keep it from getting to where we're not wanting it to be someone who just feels the need to say the historic houses are, whatever they want to say, we can keep it from being that. We can also then at meetings put in a section where if it's starting to feel stale, if anyone wants us to start a new conversation or if you want to start something new, you can do it yourself or you can ask staff to do it and get things moving.
My fondest dream is that the homeowners of the city of Eureka, property owners who have historic properties, would have access to more resources. I share a certain sadness that we're going to throw away 6 probably salvageable wooden windows because of a lack of resource, because a lack of labor, skilled labor to fix them up. And I think the best way to address that problem long term is through the wisdom of the community. You can't expect us to know everything. We certainly can't expect you to know everything. But if we come together, perhaps we will collectively be able to enhance our resources. So,
Can I say something
Please.
to that? Also championing preserving them for future owners who may have the personal resources or ability to do it. So I think that's, one step extra to preserve it at least.
Please identify yourself for the record.
Hi, Kristen Kenyon, Development Services Director. I just wanted to add to about our conversation with Marianne. I think, last time we talked about a reward incentive, but then after talking to Marianne, we didn't want to have a duplicative sort of award thing since the Heritage Society already does that. But we did talk about partnering on, I guess, May is Preservation Month. And so we could roll out a bunch of social media posts and media about historic preservation. That could be a time that we really get out the word about the Talk Eureka Forum if we can get it together. So I think it's promising.
Though the Heritage Society does do awards, the city has a little more oomph than the Heritage Society does. So I would urge you not to just throw away the idea, because there may be a way in which the two entities can cooperate to get something that has more of an impact on the community. than the
Sure.
current program.
Yeah.
We can help maybe advertise, put them on our social media and stuff.
Or
when we
have the
do it.
council.
Or have the council award it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did want to add one more thing. We did reach out to, and I don't remember his name, but he works at CR, College of the Redwoods, in
Bill
their.
Hole?
I'm sorry.
Bill Hole.
Derek?
Okay.
Glavich. And
Yeah.
so we did express to him our desire to have him pick up a wooden windows workshop and start training again. So every time he does a project with us, we're kind of poking him a little bit about it. So hopefully something like that can get going again too, because it's pretty desperate. We need some experienced people to help with that.
And Bob Felter does wooden window workshops as well. He did one not long ago for Timber Heritage Association.
Was that within the last year? Because I feel like I reached out to him last year when this happened, and it didn't have the capacity.
Probably was he and Bill Hole actually did it, and I think there were 13 or 15 attendees or something like that, and it was to restore windows that I had gathered, saved from being thrown away from some buildings that were being torn down in Scotia. I mean, just one of the many buildings down there they're taking at the mill that they're taking down. I used to do workshops. It's not challenging to repair windows. Granted, I was a licensed contractor for 50 years, but it's still not challenging to repair damaged or to restore windows. And when I restore them, I put in sound deadening glass. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. I live right on 7th, and my neighbors can't use their front room because the sound is so horrible. I sit there and even with these in, I'm not bothered by the noise at all, and have people over and there's like, wow, I couldn't even talk to somebody in your front yard, and now I come in here and it's quiet.
Well, hopefully you can find some young people to want to learn how to do that, because there is a lot of work. Or
My birthday is not until the 18th. I'm still young.
find some up and coming people in their career. I'm digging myself a hole.
Thank you. Any other comments or suggestions? I would like to commend the staff for the way you're thinking. It's great to see that level of interest and enthusiasm in what's really a challenging subject. Thank you. Anything else under reports and communications?
Not under staff.
I just wanted to, Kristen Kenyon again, I just wanted to add that next meeting I'm planning to bring, we're working on strengthened objective design standards in our zoning code for new development. And I'm going to bring that to you next time to have an opportunity to help us with your expertise. But the chair and I have emailed about whether or not we need also to be thinking about adding objective standards related to existing historic development. So it's something that we're thinking about. And we can get into that more next time.
Kristen and one of the council members held a workshop, which I attended. It was great. To boil it down to 30 seconds, the design standards are supposed to be basically self-implementing. They are things that a contractor or a developer can look at and say, oh yeah, I can do that on this site, and the city will approve it. Most of the ideas are entirely consistent with the city of Eureka, as I understand it, as an architectural or built environment. But there are some concerns about what that checklist kind of process could do in an historic district or in a neighborhood with high density of historic properties. So that was the issue that I flagged. That's the issue we'll probably mostly want to discuss. But I would suggest when this material comes out, this is one packet that's worth more than a scan. It's worth a detailed read and perhaps a second one before we discuss it. Any other reports or communications? Anything from the commission? All right.
Ted, I did have one more thing.
Please.
I did send you an email last night, and I was hoping to connect with you and Kristen Kenyon on this, but I did mention maybe after the meeting, we have a complex after the fact project that will be coming before you. And I have been struggling in the past when we have these complex projects or when the commission does an action that's not consistent with what staff recommended, right, then it opens us up to go to the appeal to the city council. And so I have thought for the last few months about how to make it so we can learn from you more here at the hearing instead of us trying to figure it out, doing the staff report, sending it to you. You guys are the experts, you making a decision not consistent with us. So I'm hoping that Ted and Kristen and I will be able to meet soon. But the idea is we would, give you a staff report with, it would look the same that you have now. And we would try to do as many findings as we can. But some of the findings that we can't make, we would leave it blank. And then we would come to you and we would kind of workshop it together on whether we can or cannot make the finding. And then verbally on the record, you as a committee would say, yes, if they do these conditions or if they do this, it's consistent. Or no, we just have to deny it. It'll never be consistent. And so you take the action verbally there, and then staff, just like meeting minutes, then we'll go back and we'll create a resolution and update the staff report with what we talked about. And then when you already made the decision, right, at that meeting verbally, but when I come back at a subsequent meeting, now all the information is there, what you talked about, and then you kind of review and approve it like meeting minutes, just to make sure it is consistent with what was talked about on the record. So this will just be a chance too for staff and the commission to get on board with how to interpret the Secretary of Interior standards as well. So hopefully we can get that kicked off, this project that's coming. They're like crickets, but we keep hounding them. So I just want to give everyone a heads up about that I've been pushing for it to help, since we're not the experts and you are. So just a heads up on that.
Thank you. Please, Bruce.
And I will communicate. I won't be here at the next meeting, but it's for medical reason. And Raylene and I have talked about it, and I will attend via Zoom. And if necessary, I can be part of the quorum. And certainly I can chat.
Great, thank you.
Good. Anything else under reports and communications? Active agenda. Then, if we're done with reports and communications, we move on to the public comment period. This is the point in the agenda where anyone in our real or virtual audience can address the commission on a matter within our jurisdiction. Is there anyone who wishes to address the commission at this point? Please approach the microphone and identify yourself for the record.
Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Brian Furgon. Oh, you gotta touch something? My name is Brian Furgon. I live at 1020 2nd Street in Eureka, California. My reason for being here is because I'm more interested in learning about the processes that you guys operate and what you do here and what you do as a commission, as well as understanding why some homes that are in the Green Book are automatically associated with being a historical preserved property, regardless of whether they have anything left to them that are necessarily historical or original. So I'm curious what qualifies a home that's listed as a historical property in Eureka. What validates it as being historical versus not historical? Is it just simply because it's in the Green Book?
I would be happy to spend a couple minutes with you after this meeting if you'd like, and I can go through at least my perspective on the answer to that question.
And I'd like to also understand better about how to either get more information about not being part of a historical home versus being part of a historical home. And some of the issues that we come up against in our particular property is that a lot of the things that are exterior were put on the home in 1978, which is nowhere near historical yet. I know it's retro, but I am curious about being able to make changes to those things and why it would still be considered historical. So those are the things I'm interested in. I'd love to hear more about what you guys do as a commission and what your responsibilities are for the community to help keep it looking great.
Good.
Thanks.
Thank you for your interest. Is there anyone else in the audience who wishes to address the commission at this point? Seeing no one, I will close the public comment period. Is there any further business for the commission? Seeing none, we stand adjourned until our next meeting. Thank you all for your time and attendance.
Thank you.